Hello, Kit. Been waiting long? I couldn't hear the bell. How about a cocktail, sweet? Mightn't that be an idea? I'll make them.
I'm fine here. You go get dressed.
All right.
They lived in the roaring 20s, that era of wonderful nonsense when everyone smoked, drank, and kissed easily. He was a charmer with a voice as intimate as the rustle of sheets. She was one of those anxious young women caught in his web. Here, surrounded by gifts paid for by unwitting husbands, she came for her evening of passion. Welcoming you back, ladies and gentlemen, on this enchanting New York night. It's Johnny Johnson and his orchestra from the Astor Roof, high atop the Great White Way in Midtown Manhattan. Tonight, may you all be easy to love.
Hey, Kit. Would you like some more light?
No, I like it better in the dusk like this. It's sweet. Dusk is so personal somehow. This is nice. So nice being here.
It's nice and peaceful. Oh, Lord. Why can't people just be peaceful? That's little enough to ask, isn't it? Why does there have to be so much hell all the time?
There doesn't have to be. There's never any need for hell.
There's an awful lot of it around, sweet.
There certainly is. Well, second-raters would stir up hell. First-rate people wouldn't. You need never have another bit of it in your beautiful life if you could just manage to give up that band of spitting hellcats that constantly prowl around you, my lamb. Oh, Hobie, I've been wanting to tell you for so long, but it's so rotten hard to say. If I say it, it makes me sound like one of them. It makes me seem jealous. Just I worry so about you. You're so fine, you're so lovely, and it nearly kills me to see you just eaten up by a lot of things like Margot Wadsworth or Mrs. Holt or Evie Maynard and those. You're so much better than that. You know, that's why I'm saying it. I haven't got a stitch of jealousy in me. Jealous. Good heavens, if I was going to be jealous, I'd be about someone worthwhile and not some silly, stupid, idle, worthless, hysterical, promiscuous, sex-ridden.
Darling.
I'm sorry. I guess I'm sorry. Maybe the way they behave isn't really their fault. After all, they'll never know how lovely it is when we're alone together. Oh, it is, Hobie, isn't it? Isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Hobie! Hey, you promised you'd forget about last Wednesday. You said you'd never remember it again. Oh, whatever made me do it. Making scenes, having tantrums, rushing out in the middle of the night, and then crawling back. Me who wanted to show you how different a woman could be. Tell me I wasn't as terrible as I know I was.
Darling, you were the worst I ever saw.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear. What can I say? Sorry isn't nearly enough. I'm broken. I'm in little bits. Would you mind doing something about putting me together again? Listen, I want to say it all now and then never say it anymore. I want to tell you that there will never, never be anything like last Wednesday ever again. What we have is much too lovely ever to cheapen. I promise you, I won't ever be like anybody else.
You couldn't be, kid.
I think that always. Say it sometimes. It's so sweet to hear. Will you, Hobie?
For your size, you talk an awful lot.
Guess I'd rather be right this minute more than anybody else in the world.
Who?
Me.
There's that damn telephone.
Isn't it? And wouldn't it be?
Let's not answer it. Let's let it ring.
No, you mustn't. No, I must be big and strong. Anyway, maybe it's somebody who just died and left you $20 million. Maybe it isn't some other woman at all. And what if it is? What difference does it make? See how sweet and reasonable I'm being? Look at me being generous.
You can afford to be, sweetheart.
I know I can. After all, whoever she is, she's miles away. And I'm right here.
Yes? Hello? Hello?
Except for my big toenail, you're the ugliest thing I've ever seen.
Hello? Hey, operator. Operator. Yes, this is Mr. Ogden. Who? Oh, hello. Hello, Connie. How are you, dear? The only thing is I've got to go right out. So if you came into town now, it really wouldn't do much. Well, I can't very well do that, dear. Keeping these people waiting as it is. The door when you called. Why don't you wait, Connie, and come into town tomorrow sometime? Well, can't you tell me now? Why, of course, I'd do anything in the world if I could, but I tell you I can't tonight. No, it isn't that at all. No, it isn't anything like that. No, these people are friends of my sister's, and I've got to go out with them, and it's just one of those things you got to do. Look, why don't you be a good girl and go to bed early, and that way you'll feel better tomorrow? Hmm? Will you do that? What? Of course I do, Connie. Well, all right if you really want to, but I don't know what time I'll be home. Of course I do, Connie. Now, you be a good girl, won't you? Bye, dear. Oh, God.
How is dear Mrs. Holt?
Great. Corking way up at the top of her form.
I wasn't aware that she had a form.
She says she has something she wants to tell me.
Can't be her age.
She says it's too hard to say over the telephone.
Oh, then it must be her age. She's afraid that it might sound like her telephone number.
About twice a week, Connie has something she must tell you right away that she couldn't possibly say over the telephone. Usually it turns out she's found the butler drinking again.
I see.
Poor little Connie.
Poor little Connie.
Darling, why do we have to waste time talking about Connie Holt? Couldn't we just be peaceful?
Not while that she-beast prowls the streets. Is she coming into town tonight?
Well, she was. But then she more or less said she wouldn't.
Oh, she will. She will. Oh, Hobie, you don't really want to see that old thing tonight, do you? Do you? Because if you do, well, maybe you do. Naturally, if Connie has something she wants to tell you right away, you want to see her. Look, Hobie, you know you can see me anytime. You know it's not a bit important seeing me tonight. So why don't you call her back right away? Huh? Tell her to take the next train out. It's faster than motoring and certainly safer since I don't think her night vision is all that good. You know that she wears special glasses? So please, it's quite all right with me, really. Do it.
Oh, kid. You know damned well the last thing I want is to see Connie Holt. You know I want to be with you. Why do you work up all this? I watched you just sit here and deliberately talk yourself into a state starting right out of nothing. Now, what's the idea of that?
I usually work myself into a state, as you call it, on my feet. But whoever was responsible for this piece of decor left me no option but to do it sitting down.
Oh, good Lord. What's the matter with women, anyway?
Please don't call me women.
I'm sorry, darling. I didn't mean to use bad words.
I'm sorry. Obviously, I spoke ill-advisedly. If I caused you some distress, please believe that it was my misfortune and not my intention.
Now, what would you have done if I'd taken you up on your offer and called back Connie Holt?
Oh, I should have died. I only said it because I wanted to hear you say it was me you wanted to be with. Oh, I need to hear you say that, Hobie. It's what I live on, darling.
Kit, you ought to know all that without me saying it. It's this feeling you have to say things. That's what spoils everything.
Yeah, I suppose so. I suppose I know so. And the thing is, I just get so mixed up. I didn't always need reassuring, not at first, but things aren't, well, they aren't the same now. There just seem to be so many others. And how do you think it makes me feel to sit there and hear you lie to Connie Holt, to hear you say that you need to go out with friends of your sister? Why can't you just say that you have a date with me? Are you ashamed of me, Hobie? Is that it?
Oh, Kit, for heaven's sakes, I don't know why I did it. I did it before I even thought. I did it, well, I guess I did it instinctively, because it was the easiest thing to do. I suppose I'm just weak.
No. You weak? And is there any other news tonight?
I know I am. I know it's weak to do anything in the world to avoid a scene.
Exactly what is Connie Holt to you and you to her that she may make a scene if she learns you have an engagement with another woman?
Oh, God. I told you I don't give a damn about Connie Holt. She's nothing to me. Now, will you, for God's sakes, drop it?
She's nothing to you. I see. That would be, of course, why you call her dear every other word.
If I did, I never knew I was saying it. Good Lord, that doesn't mean anything. It's simply a form of nervousness, I suppose. I mean, why, I call telephone operators dear.
I'm sure you do.
Will you stop? Will you stop it? Will you just be sweet and loving and stop fighting?
To hell with Mrs. Holt.
To hell with her.
How do I know that the way you talk to me about Mrs. Holt isn't just the same way you talk to her about me when I'm not there?
Oh, Lord.
How do I know that?
Oh, dear sweet Lord. Oh, baby, just please stop. Stop it. Can we just be sweet and peaceful? Like this.
Thank you, darling. If you only knew how much I hate your lampshades.
Honestly? What's the matter with them?
Dearest, if you don't know, I couldn't ever explain it to you. Let's not talk just now.
Try explaining.
Well, among other things, they're banal, inappropriate, and unbeautiful. But that should come as no surprise, given Evie Maynard's taste.
You don't like the way she decorated the apartment, Kit?
Sweetheart, I think it's poisonous. You know that.
Would you like to do it over?
I should say not. I'm the one who doesn't want to decorate your apartment. But if I ever did, the first thing I would do would be to paint these walls putty color. No, the first thing I would do would be to tear away all of this chintz, and I'd fling into the winds, and then I'd... I think your telephone is ringing. Don't let me keep you from answering it. I really must go powder my nose.
No, that would be delightful. Why, dear?
Is there a livery stable around here where they rent wild horses? Because if there is, I wish you'd call them up and ask them to send over a couple of teams.
Why?
Because I want to show you that they couldn't drag me into asking you who was on the telephone.
Is this dry enough, sweet? Because you like them dry, don't you? What do you think?
I can't stand it, tell me.
All right, I think it's a little too dry.
Hobie, who was that on the telephone?
Oh, that. Well, that was a lady who shall remain nameless.
But if she had one, would it be Connie Holt?
No, that was the funniest thing.
I'm waiting to laugh.
That was Evie Maynard, just when we were talking about her.
Well, well, well. And isn't it a small world? And what's on her mind, if I may so flatter her? Is her butler drunk, too?
Evie doesn't have a butler. No, she's just dizzy, same as usual. She's got a cocktail party at her apartment, and they all want to go out on the town, that's all.
Well, luckily you were going out with these friends of your sister. You were just going out the door when she called.
I never told her any such thing. I said I had a date that I'd been looking forward to all week.
Well, did you mention any names?
There's no reason why I should. It's none of her affair. Any more than what she's doing or who she's doing it with is any concern of mine. I've hardly seen her since she did the apartment. I don't care if I never see her again. I'd rather I never saw her again.
You obviously don't have to. She left so much of herself behind. What did she want?
She wanted to drop by for a cocktail. She and a few of those interior decorator boys she has with her. I told her absolutely no.
And you think that'll keep her away? Oh, no. She'll be here. She and those carnivorous butterflies that flutter around her. Now, let's see. They ought to arrive just about the time Mrs. Holt has thought it over and decided to come into town, all bearing gifts of chintz. Well, this is shaping up into a lovely evening, isn't it?
Great. And, if I may say so, you are doing everything you can to make it harder, you little sweet. Why are you being so nasty, Kit?
I know it's horrible, but well, I do it in self-defense. If I didn't say all those nasty things, I'd cry.
Please cry.
I'm afraid to cry. It would take so long to stop. All those awful women. If they were fine, if they were sweet and gentle and intelligent, maybe I shouldn't mind. Maybe I should. I don't know. I don't know much of anything anymore. My mind goes round and around. I thought that what we had was so different. Well, it wasn't. And you know, Hobie, I used to come first. I did. I did.
You did and you do.
And I always will.
And you always will.
Hobie.
Just please be sweet again, Kit. Like this, darling. Like this, child.
You know, this is my fault. I did this. It was me. I was the one who said, let's meet here instead of at my house. I said it would be quieter. Yes, I said that. It was me.
I give you my word, that damned thing hasn't rung in a week.
Well, it was lucky for me that I was here the last time it did, wasn't it? I'm known as Little Miss Horseshoes. Well, oh, for God's sake, just answer it, Hobie. It's driving me crazy.
I hope to God it's a wrong number. Hello. Yes. Oh, hello there. How are you, dear? Oh, did you? Ah, that's too bad. Why, you see, I was out with some friends of mine. I was out till quite late. Oh, that's too bad you waited up all that time. No, I did not say that, Margot. I said I'd come if I possibly could. That's exactly what I said. I did so. Well, then you misunderstood me. Well, you must have. Now, there's no need to be unreasonable at it, Margot. It was a misunderstanding, that's all. I'm terribly sorry. Why, I can't tonight, dear. Because I can't. Because I have a date I've had for a long time. Yes. Oh, now, please, Margot. Margot, please don't. Now, don't do that. Margot, I tell you I won't be in. All right, come ahead if you wish, but I won't be here. Listen, I can't talk to you when you're like this. I'll call you tomorrow, dear. Look, I've got to run now. Bye. Bye. How about another cocktail, sweet? Don't you think we ought... What's all this about?
I'm so sorry, but I truly must go home.
Oh, really? May I ask why?
So sweet of you to be interested. Thank you very much. Well, it just so happens that I can't stand any more of this. Spare me the insult. There is somewhere, I think, some proverb about a worm's eventually turning. It's doubtless from the Arabic. They so often are. Well, good night, Hopi. And thank you for those delicious cocktails. They've cheered me up wonderfully.
Listen, please don't do this, kid. Please don't, darling. Please. This is just the way you were last Wednesday.
I'm so sorry you have such little respect for tradition. Now give me back my hand. I'd like to leave nothing behind. Good night, Hobie, and good luck always.
All right, kid. If this is what you want to do.
Want to do? It's nothing I want. I just thought it'd be rather easier for you if you could be alone with your telephone.
My Lord, do you think I want to talk to those fools? What can I do? Take the receiver off? Is that what you want me to do?
Why not? It's a good trick of yours. Isn't that what you did last Wednesday when this fool tried calling you after she'd gone home and was in agony all night?
I did not. The operator must have been calling up the wrong number. I was alone here all night.
So you said.
I don't lie to you, kid.
That is the most outrageous lie you've ever told me. Good night, Hobie.
Good night, kid.
I'm sorry it must end like this.
Good night, kid.
It does seem too bad, doesn't it?
Oh, kid, can't you understand? You always used to. Don't you know how I am? Oh, don't do this, kid, please. Please just take these things off and come and sit down.
Sit down and wait for the ladies to gather?
They're not coming.
How do you know? They've come before, haven't they? How do you know they won't come tonight?
I don't know. I don't know what the hell they'll do. I don't know what the hell you'll do anymore, and I thought you were different.
Oh, darling, I was different. Just so long as you thought I was different. Isn't that sad?
Oh, kid. Kid, darling, just come and be the way we were. Come and sit and be sweet and peaceful. And later on, we can go to some quiet place and have dinner. And we'll talk. All right? Will you?
Well, if you think...
I think.
Just go answer it, you damn stallion!
Hello. Oh, yes. Hello. Of course I remember. I do, too, remember you. We met at... What? No, I have nothing going on tonight. Why? Well, we can meet wherever you wish. What time? Well, we could meet here, but... No. That would be lovely. I tell you what you do. Ring the bell, 2 long and 3 short. No, I tell you what. Ring the bell, 3 long and 2 short. What? Oh, no, it's not anything like that. It's just that a business acquaintance might drop by, and we don't want any such intruders. Do we? Well, I look forward to a lovely evening of sweetness and peace. Bye, dear.